Hey everybody, it's Ian here today, and I'm excited to be just talking with you guys a little bit about dynamics as far as it relates to worship drumming. And dynamics is a really big topic, and it's actually something that I think a lot of drummers don't know enough about actually. Dynamics are the drummer's wheelhouse. They're basically the drummer's specialty. And what I mean by this is that the drums are basically the band's most dynamic instrument, and most people don't realize that. The drums have so many tonal varieties and variations and options that it really makes it the most versatile and dynamic instrument in the band. Now, just a few examples of that to help you understand what I'm talking about. We have the hi-hat in a drum set, which can create a variety of frequencies and tones based upon if it's closed, if it's open, what part of the drumstick you use on the hi-hat, how open you have it with your foot pedal. Is it all the way or all the way closed or somewhere in between? There's just very slight differences that you can have with that. They give it a lot of options. You have the snare drum, and every place that you hit on the snare is going to give you a different sound, a different tone. You have rim shots. You have your toms, which your high toms will have kind of a higher timbre, and the bass drum will have a lower resonant tonality to it. You've got your ride cymbals, which oftentimes are very warm. And then you've got your crash cymbals, which are usually more bright. They're brighter and more cutting. And you've got your floor tom, which is somewhere between your high toms and your bass drum, as far as tonality goes. And then you've got just differences in how hard you strike the drums and how hard you play it. Not only where you hit it, but how hard you play it, and the technique that you're using to play the drums. And all of these things create different tones, different frequencies. And then on top of that, you've got tuning of the drums, and how you tune your drums give you different frequencies as well. So you can see that there's just a lot of different dynamics going on, no pun intended, with the drums that really establish it as the most dynamic instrument in the band. Now, for the drummer, that is actually a huge responsibility with worship drumming, because worship music is very dynamic. It rises and it falls, it ebbs and it flows, and it's usually around that theme of the song and of the journey that the song is taking us on as we seek to worship God and pursue Him through worship. So one thing that I want to do right now is I want to switch to play a song for you. It's by Hillsong, and Hillsong, I used a lot of Hillsong examples, and the reason is that Hillsong is one of the best examples of how to do dynamics very well in worship music. Hillsong has figured out how to really employ dynamics well in their worship songs. And so I want to use this example from the song called Stronger. It's on Hillsong's This Is Our God CD. And I'm going to jump to a part in the middle of the song, and it's going to carry part of the verse into the chorus, into an instrumental, then a bridge, and then back to the chorus. And I want you to hear how the song rises and falls and how that's built around the drums. So listen closely as I play this for you. Okay, so the song continues, and it just finishes out on a high note. The drums are high dynamics and really full. But interesting example, because you could hear how it just went all over the place, just up and down and ebbing and flowing, and the drums were really driving that dynamic force in that song and in the band there. So that's one example of many, so I'm sure that I could play countless others for you, but hopefully that gives you an idea about how drums are so important dynamically in the worship band setting. Now remember again, tempo, then we've got rhythm, and then dynamics. It's important that the drummer is in tempo, that he's playing in time with where the song is supposed to be, how fast or how slow it's supposed to be. And that's his primary responsibility. And then rhythm, he's adding personality to the song and adding to the theme of the song through the rhythm that the drums are playing. It's adding some personality and life to the tempo. And then finally, dynamics, which are bringing the song up and down and creating this amazing listening experience and worship experience in our case for those who are worshiping with these songs. So a lot of responsibility for the drummer. It's exciting responsibilities for the drummer. So anyway, thanks for joining today, and we've got some more exciting videos coming up. So make sure to stay tuned, and we'll see you guys soon.